So you're using MyFitnessPal, but you're still not getting results, or you're unsure of upping your calories. This is how we as professionals work with clients and also nutritionists and dietitians. If they use MyFitnessPal, we do it in this format. We always screen people to use MyFitnessPal. Some people come into us already using it, and that's a different conversation for a different time. Let's show you how we actually use it with people. First one is we need to work out as a coaching team, as your coaches, how many calories you need to survive, your basic metabolic rate. That's for organ function, your hair function, hormonal patterns. We also need to consider as well that the number that we work out, the target that we set, is going to be in a slight calorie deficit of no more than 5 to 10%. The reason for this is that if you're in a calorie deficit of more than that, then you're going to run into a lot of issues with trying to lose fat and tone up, because you're under eating and your body's going to store any extra calories at any point as fat. This is something we'll talk about later. Step 2, we then get to log on MyFitnessPal for 7 days. Absolutely everything, including the good stuff and the so-called bad stuff. There's no such thing as good or bad food. There's just such a thing as calories and food. We don't want a bad relationship with food. Then on our next call, after we've done it for 7 days, we assess the average and we go from there. We set targets and we repeat the process until we start finding those results happening steadily. Let's have a quick look down here. So firstly, before we go through MyFitnessPal and what this an example of it is we're going to go through working with basic metabolic rate first. This person is actually 5'6", so they're 167 centimeters. They weigh 70 kilos and they're 40 years of age. They're also females, so we're paying attention here to the pink. This number has gone through this formula, and we know that basic metabolic rate for the amount of calories that we need to survive. So if you lay down in bed and did nothing all day, for this person is 1,382. Most ladies come to us eating around this number or under. It's extremely bad for your health and fitness and will slow down the results and possibly cause some very negative effects for your health and fitness. Again, if you want to go around these numbers, you will not be able to work with this. On this, you can go to a dietitian and discuss with them. But we would want you to follow this guidance. So the guidance being not this number, being the number down below. So let's have a quick look into this. You're not just going to lie down in bed all day. You're going to do some activity. So let's call it we're doing two or three gym sessions per week, and that's it. So in here, we're going to put down 1.37 is that number. That then gives us a target calories of 1,704 to lose fat. To maintain 1,890, so call it 1,900 calories. Okay. Now, if we're going to maintain our body how it is, 1,900 calories, then put a 7 to 10% deficit. Our goal that we're going to set for this client is we want to start off at 1,700. Okay, we start off at 1,700. However, when this client has done it, we have then sat down with them, and typically this is what we see. Client typically takes it into their own hands to undereat, try and hit as little calories as possible, and go to kind of fast results route. Doesn't work, and that's why they come to us. Then as the week goes on, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, body is absolutely starving at this stage. It's well below its basic metabolic rate, and then we start kind of craving more food, and automatically we're getting up to 2,000, 2,400, 2,500 calories. So if we were to look at this as a graph chart, is a simple line chart. This is right down rock bottom. Our body is going into starvation mode, and then we have some extra calories than what we actually require. Then at 1,700 number, and the body starts storing this as fat along here. And then we go back down into starvation mode because we're feeling guilty on Sunday. What happens here is this big yo-yo effect. Body's in starvation mode. We then go extra calories because we're in starvation mode. We store it as fat, back into starvation mode, and you just end up with these stubborn fat areas typically. Now, other things like cortisol levels, stress hormones, and things that we're kind of have allergies to are an issue. However, what we want to do is we want something that's a little bit more stable. Here, you'll see 1,600, 1,700, 1,800, 1,700, 1,700. So we're not starving. We're actually full. We are in better mood. and then we come to Saturday, we've done really well. Then we have a bit of a kind of, we have a meal out, we have some extra food, and it's still around that average. Now that graph isn't as crazy. Okay, there's some consistency. So therefore, we're in a slight calorie deficit of what we need. Thereabouts. You get what I'm saying. You're going to do extra walk and other things. So you're going to be a slight calorie deficit. Then your body starts burning fat. Your hormone system is the most important system in order to burn calories. I'm not going to go into talking about protein for today, but again, eating 1,200 calories, 1,000 calories, or anything below that kind of 1,600 mark typically is very devastating for the body and will not get you results. So ensure to talk to your coach.